Greetings fellow warriors, and welcome back to another Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord video. Battles in this game can be quite anticlimactic at times, especially late game where you have to kill looters to complete a quest or escort caravans, since you don't want the autocork to kill your best troops. And that's why today I'm going to show you how to make battles as epic as possible in Bannerlord using a few mods you may or may not already know about, all done in the new 1.0 patch. This list may consist of some mods I've already covered on this channel, but since it's the new patch, I thought why not showcase some which have been updated. So grab yourself your favorite beverage, some snacks, and sit back while I guide you through this list. Enjoy! So that brings us to the sponsor for this video, Star Trek Fleet Command, which is a strategy game where you can explore star systems, build ships, mine resources, level up, join alliances and much more, all set in the Star Trek universe. The new chapter they've just added offers something for everyone, including 3 new officers focused on ship survivability and new missions following the narrative of Deep Space Nine and Alliance starbases. These starbases are the physical embodiment of an Alliance's strength, which you have to build up together. By contributing to an Alliance starbase, you will be able to take control over new systems resources, which will provide huge buffs for you and your comrades. Connect and work together to keep, maintain and defend your base from enemies in this exciting MMO. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the top right to get started. Thank you Star Trek Fleet Command for a sponsor, and let's move on with the video. The first mod is going to be one that I have covered at least a dozen times, and most of you already know what I'm going to mention. That's why I keep this one short. The Realistic Battle mod is an absolute must-have for more epic and realistic battles. It reworks armor, damage, weapons, units, projectiles, literally anything when it comes to doing the dirty work. And the best of it all, no more lethal stones when wearing full plate. Up next we've got Warcry, adding some functionality and mechanics to the cheering feature, such as providing a small heal for injured troops, a morale boost to friendly troops and a morale loss for enemy troops. Depending on your medicine skill, it will also heal your main character for a small amount. The mod is very customizable. You can change literally anything, from the amount of morale your allies receive to the maximum distance the shout will cover, which is pretty nice. At last, something that's going to add some mechanics to the cheering feature, and the best part, it's updated for the latest version. Next up we've got responsive soldiers, making troops under your command audibly respond to your orders. I've also covered this mod before, and Tailwords did make some improvements to the audio by adding ambient sounds to battles like screaming or weapons clashing, but I feel there's still something missing when giving troops commands. This mod alleviates my issue by making them actually respond to your orders, adding at least some sort of weight and importance to what you just ordered you meant to do. As with the previous mod, this one is also highly customizable, such as the percentage to respond to your orders, the response delay, or the constant charge yields, which can be annoying since the mod uses the Bannerlord voices, and we all know how goofy they sound like. All in all, I recommend lowering the percentage to respond value. It can get quite repetitive after times, and I do hope that we will get some more voices in the future that this mod will utilize. Up next we have a small little fix called Spear Banner Fix, which, well, does just what the title says. Fix spear banners. In vanilla, there's an issue with the level of detail of physics-based cloth items, where they don't display the physics anymore, resulting in a stiff looking cloth. It looks fine for capes and stuff because you don't notice it as much, but spears really stand out and will look out of place. This mod fixes that issue. A small little disclaimer, this may drop your frames. It didn't on my rig, but since the engine has to render these physics objects from a bigger distance, I just wanted to give you a heads up. The next mod I want to mention is called AI Defend Yourself. This makes fleeing AI agents fight back whenever you try to attack them and preserve their lives. There's not a lot to it except that you won't be able to trot alongside these enemies to cheese skill points anymore. Next up we've got POC Color Randomizer. This mod allows you to change the colors of any clan or unit in the game, without changing the clan banner nor the kingdom colors, as well as override the banners of kingdoms and clans. Each unit color can be set to randomized, or you can customize the primary and secondary colors independently. You can override any unit type or companion with its own banner without changing the banner of the clan. But this mod doesn't do much on its own. That's why you also need Heraldry of Calradia, which changes the unoriginal banners of vanilla to some that look a little bit more diverse and interesting. The description says that it's for version 1.7.1, but I've tried it for the release patch and it seems like it's still working. Up next we've got Dismemberment Plus, adding full dismemberment and decapitation options to Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord. You and the AI will be able to remove the heads, arms, hands, legs or feet from enemies. This one is also highly customizable, and I recommend disabling success messages and putting the dismemberment chance to a lower value. I think 5 to 10% is quite good, so it won't always happen, which can be quite annoying and unimmersive, and set the slow motion chance to 100%. Now during battles it's always going to be a treat whenever you cut off an enemy's limb with a nice slow motion effect. How neat. Another mod by the Schwarz One I recommend using is the Xorberax Legacy mod. Specifically, Xorberax shoulder camera is of importance here. This mod applies a shoulder camera style to the third-person camera, with some small additions like the camera swaying with your swings or a screen shake when getting hit. This mod modernizes the default Bannerlord third-person camera and it really does add a lot to the game. This might be one of the most important ones in this list to make fights as epic as possible. This mod can be customized to your liking. You can set the FOV, X, Y and Z positions of the camera, the swaying amount and much more. If you want to have the camera just like I do in the footage, you can use my settings displayed right here. I slapped them together in like a minute, but for some reason I do quite like it. Up next we've got RTS Camera Command System, which allows you to attack a specific enemy formation. Something that should be in the base game, but oh well. At last, your cavalry can attack the enemy archers without being distracted by other enemies and spread all across the battlefield. To do that, just select the formation you want to order, hover over the enemy formation and click the middle mouse button and let the carnage begin. This is an absolutely essential mod, and even if you watched this video just for Bannerlord's sake, you should definitely install it. Next up we've got Raise Your Torch, adding torches to troops during night battles. Troops who hold a torch in their hand might lose some equipment for it, like a shield, so keep that in mind. I wouldn't want to fight Vlandian sharpshooters at night when having this mod installed. Absolutely essential is also the realistic weather mod. Every battle is much more epic when fought during rain, snow, thunder or sandstorm. I've covered this one just recently, so I won't go much into it, just know that the mod adds different weather scenarios to Bannerlord. The next mod we need is called Realistic Battle Sounds, which improves combat sounds by adding more realistic blunt and cut sounds to Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord. Take a short listen. In my opinion, this sounds better than what we had beforehand, and I hope the author will be able to add more variety to it. And lastly, what is an epic battle without epic music? Don't get me wrong, I love Bannerlord's OST, but after playing for thousands of hours, it has gotten quite repetitive. That's why I recommend using a mod called 2 Steps from Hell Soundtrack Overhaul, which does exactly what the title says. Add 2 Steps from Hell soundtracks to Bannerlord. This mod hasn't been updated for a while, but it still works on my end. I can't really show you footage of me playing with the music in the background because, you know, copyright and stuff. But I assume most, if not all of you know how epic their music is. Slap on my reshade, combine all these mods together, use a letterbox filter for the real cinematic experience, hide the battle UI, throw a newborn child into the oven, and you won't be able to play vanilla battles ever again. In fact, you won't be able to play Bannerlord ever again, since you're going to be incarcerated for the rest of your lifetime. So yeah, this list will get you into prison. Now it's your turn. How can we make fights even more epic? This is just a small list I slapped together for 1.0. But maybe you know of some mods which perfectly fit this list. Tell me down in the comment section below. And yeah, I guess this is it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit that like button. It would help out tremendously and show me that you want to see more content like this in the future. Join my Discord server, where you can talk with me and other like-minded people about all kinds of stuff, not only Bannerlord. And I see you all in my next video. Become a member today, and bye. Another huge shout out to Pyrolyzed, Edkaina, Chains, Max N, Clinky Man and all the other members for supporting the channel.